Welcome to the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast, where we talk about life because it happens to everyone, along with some great indie musicians' Q&A sessions. So come aboard, kick back, and let's vibe.
Welcome to this week's show on the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast. A longtime friend of mine, well, she was a friend of my sister's, and I met her through my sister. Let's welcome to the show, Miss Tony Vaughn Edwards. What's up, lady?
Hey, Nate. Good to see you again, hear from you. Very proud of you. Got big things going on.
That's what you say. It's hard work. I make it look easy because I don't quit.
There you go. Champion. That's right.
Yeah. So what you been up to?
Oh man, chilling and trying to get to your level. I'm on the road.
I'm trying to get to my level too. I look up to myself. I say, man, I want to be like you one day.
That's right. That's right.
It's like, how do I do it?
Player.
Yeah, like how do I do it?
Yes.
I told myself, I say, just follow me.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So what you got on your menu? Who are you? Where you come from and where you're going? Let the people know.
All righty. My government name's Antonette Vaughn Wade, and I was happy to get a married name, Edwards, to add to it. No longer married, but I enjoy all three of my last names. And I'm originally from Centralia, Illinois. And it's a small town outside Peoria where I stayed a few years before my family moved to California.
What year did you guys come to California?
I'm pretty sure it's around 1983, 84.
Okay, a couple of years before I got here. I got here in 88.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, we learned something about each other today. I got here in 88. I came out here with the Air Force.
Wow. Now, wasn't that when Norton was over there?
Yep, Norton Air Force Base.
Tippecanoe and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was sad when they shut that down because they had a lot of things going on over there. You know, nice parties, good, fun nice and parties. That kind of stuff.
I didn't have no fun over there. That was work.
Work. All work and no play, huh?
I didn't play over there. I had worked over there, and then I went out there everywhere else to play. Yeah, I was working in the.
Wow.
I was working on the flight line and in the ISO docks, working on them C-141s.
Oh my goodness!
Yep,
that's interesting. Yeah, so when we came, oh man, San Bernardino was booming. You know, you could tell it was a different time zone. People were happy, jobs, and I think the atmosphere was a little bit more cheerful, and you didn't see as much. Like fast forward here, the homeless and you see a lot of despair and people just seem to just like, man, they just lost their happiness, their joy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get something together to bring that back, Mr. Nate. I want a movement going to where we can take San Bernardino back because we see Amazon on every corner. Mm-hmm. So the job thing ain't there, ain't the problem no more. It's jobs out there. You can get a job. But what makes me sad is these tents everywhere. I'm seeing tents and homeless and hunger and high rent prices and people need medical care. I'm like, I really wish we could get these churches together to push for this movement to be the, I would call it the servants for the people. Because my nonprofit is called Shegs. And my Shegs, you break it down as strengthening each community and every generation. So meaning we want this to keep going. We want to keep people inspired where they know somewhere they can go to get the help they need. It should not be where the county has money to, allow for the upper echelon when the poor and the middle class are really suffering the most.
Yeah. That's like a whole different chapter because they say they care, but their actions don't meet their words.
Exactly.
The money don't follow the actions and the words. So it's like, okay, yeah, we want to help the homeless, but sometimes you need mental situations to help people get their mentality together and spiritual stuff together. Because some of these people used to be flourishing, citizens, and life happened, and they probably got divorced or lost a loved one or lost a job, and they just say, forget it. I'm I'm going
And
to be by myself without the responsibilities of life. And so, you never know, you never know the person's story until you sit down and talk to them.
No. And you know what? My personal story regarding that, living paycheck to paycheck. When I was a single parent, when my husband did not want to share in the responsibilities and left, I had to just really step up. And I mean, I literally got help from community, churches, family. I had a trio of support. So for that reason, I am more passionate about passing that on. I have a friend of mine where we just randomly take homeless meals, clothing. And I told her we need to get this on board to where we can get support to do more, because the homeless do need more than just clothes and food. They need emotional and spiritual support, because there's a time when I actually experienced my lowest going through a divorce. That's something you don't really hear people talk about, the mental health as for African Americans, or even, any culture that you come across. We, I think, are hardest when it comes to getting that help. And it's not a stigma anymore. You see Mariah Carey and Michelle from the Destiny's Child, they're actually speaking out on it to where they're making it a platform for us not to be embarrassed anymore. And when we get the support of the psychologists, even some who need medicine, and still use their spiritual support, because a lot of therapists are actually counselors. God uses everybody. We all have our place and we all have our occupations, but you never know who God's going to choose to use to help you.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like you need a network of like everybody with every different background that can contribute time, effort, money, just help, encouragement, any kind of way you can help, just to contribute to, lifting someone up out of this situation. That, you just need to organize it, and people need to contribute to it.
I agree.
It don't always have to be money. It can be time, it can be prayer.
Time, volunteer, help. Because one of the things I noticed, because I was able to get Black infant care, and it was a program dedicated, because I didn't know the Black infant rate was such a low, such a high rate where women were losing their lives and their child. So if I did not have that support, I could have been that same victim. I could have easily got no medical care. I could have easily got no government assistance, all of that. But these group of women and men who actually help fund these programs are crucial to our community and to our lifestyle, because I even think reparations should still be a platform. And I don't like how the politicians play with it. I think it should be a constant topic. If they would play reparations on our TVs and our websites like they do these ads, I think we would actually be able to do something about it, because I do feel like the other cultures have got more assistance, even from the Ukraine situation. I see that the Vietnamese, and I see Germans, and I see all different cultures who have benefited from financial assistance to America. And I do feel like we are still in line. We're still waiting. And for the effort that we put in, our ancestors put in to build this country, we should have generational wealth regarding the 40 acres and a mule thing. I think we should have had generational wealth. And to me, I feel like it's still a struggle for us, because like you and me agreed, the struggle is real. It still is real.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my 40 acres and 2 mules. I need 2 mules for interest. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I'll trade my mules for a John Deere tractor so I can plow my land. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Generational wealth should be something we should have already accomplished, because when we did see the stories, let's say Roots, and we seen the newer version. What's the movie that Will Smith just played in? And he did the slave and all that. And what I'm seeing is they're trying to make it to where we don't even get access to the real. You can go on YouTube and find it, but we need the real deal to where we can see our heritage is so strong and it keeps going. Even though we're a minority, we have been the majority as far as making this country what it is. And people don't know the details and the true value of what our ancestors put in. We're the offspring. So to me, it makes perfect sense. If they're going to get things right down in Florida where they're giving back land to people, I do feel like we still should have that opportunity to get land, ownership, and businesses.
Yeah, stop being railroad psychologically and on the legislation and all the stuff that kind of like on the slick keep us in the dark and taking out stuff from, taking stuff from us as we work hard and put stuff together and network with each other. Stop vandalizing our communities and, just like some of the thriving Black communities in the past, how they come in there and destroy the whole thing, just.
I know. Wasn't that the Oklahoma incident?
Yeah, I think they had several towns all over the country where
it was several. There. But when I actually viewed that footage of them actually tearing that town up, I mean, my heart broke in several pieces because I'm thinking we was just trying to sustain and survive.
We were.
The same efforts that they do with their community and culture.
We want to do the same.
I was devastated. We want to do the same. And I don't like when they say, oh, man, you give them money and they don't do the business. That's not true. And I don't believe also the lie that, we can't get together and do stuff. That is not true because we have vividly seen in the past businesses, entrepreneurs from Madam C.J. Walker to people who built the Tuskegee Institutes and the Black colleges. We have seen the strength and the power in our heroes from Malcolm to Martin to the lawyers and doctors and powerful politicians, Maxine Waters, and even today to Kamala Harris. We have the heritage and we have the knowledge and we have the access. We just don't have the sustainable profit to back us.
Okay, you can keep them two politicians for yourself.
just noting what we have. I'm just trying, keeping it real. Right. But I mean, even from Mr. Nathaniel, when his stance for his party, and he got to spread his.
I don't have no party.
Well,
I'm for America.
We got to see on the news they represented.
I am for.
We got to see you.
America and its people.
That's right. And like I said, you even got that mainstream where people was able to see where you stand.
I'm telling y'all where I stand right now. I stand for America and all of God's people.
There you go. And right now, they say it's a melting pot, but I'm still feeling like we melting down still. We still melting. Like, when can we go to a job interview without putting our culture on there before they know, they can throw that application away before we get there? And when we rent houses and buy houses in communities where they can't have the HOA judge us before we get there, like that, those kind of things shouldn't be happening in 2023. It should not be happening. And I know for a fact the healthcare system, like they'll take our plasma, our blood donations, our organs, but they won't even let us live with decent health care and reasonable rent prices and buying houses. This is sad because I bet you if we said, hey, we're going to stop this donation stuff until we get to live in today, because America sometimes is on a lending system where if you got the good credit, you can get tomorrow's dream. But what about today's dream for people who wants to eat, have shelter, and just survive?
That's a lot. So what are we going to do to try to fix that situation?
Well, I know in the past marches and protests, but to me, with social media being so strong as it is, I think we just need to start a wave of us just pouring into our own. And as usual, we always like to help everybody else. But right now, I think for a good idea for the minorities, we need to pull together and be our own servants. If we got to be slaves to our own neighborhoods, let's go in these neighborhoods, clean them up. Let's go in these neighborhoods, plant gardens. Let's go in these neighborhoods and start building affordable homes. It ain't got to be something fancy. I've seen tiny home movements in a great success for people who have incomes that aren't large. And I've seen them thrive. And I seen a young man start his own garden, buy a couple of acres. Like, I seen it. And if they can do the home improvement makeovers in neighborhoods, how come we can't just have a swarm of us going through and doing the same thing?
Oh, that means we got to play my Black People song.
We got to put the Black People song on.
That's a unity song.
We got to be our own slaves. That's what it is. We got to be our own slaves. If it takes volunteer time for each community to do it, we can do it. I don't want people in the background talking about this, and that, because we know God don't work in confusion. All we got to do is have 2 or 3 that agree on it, and we can go from there.
Why you gonna make us be our own slave? Why we can't just work together?
Because you know what?
I don't want to be no slave.
This is
I want to be a producer.
You already got that. But listen, this is the message we gonna send. If we can be our own slave, everybody gonna follow in line. It's gonna be like domino effect. They're gonna be like, what? So they'll go in there and do that. You know how I was with the protest. They gonna follow in line. I'm telling you, because we the ones that knocked down the doors. We the ones that took the heat.
The key
they gonna see.
The key is for everybody to be on one accord.
But that's what's going to happen, because when you become a servant, you get the blessings. You know how that happens. When Jesus came as a servant, he left as a king, and he was a king when he was born. But see, when he came into the world, you see how he came, humble. So we gonna make some humble T-shirts and put on that back. We're gonna be our own slaves until we get to the kingdom. He's going to say, all right, well done, my good and faithful servant.
So how are we going to get today's people to be humble and to be servant-minded?
Well, you got to start small, just like that mustard seed. Once we start.
Yeah, that can take another generation.
Start small. And I do believe we need to line up leaders again. We don't have too many leaders stepping forward because, ever since Obama did his thing, it seems like people forgot we represented well. That man went in that White House and had a clean record. You didn't see no scandals and cheating and craziness, because the White House got a record of that.
I'm just going to keep my mouth closed and
let
you have your glory. Because I wrote a song called The Bro Gotta Go.
Bro got
I can't take it no more. But anyway, this is your show today.
I thought it was wonderful that his family represented very nicely. Like, that's just I think he represented well.
And you think that guy ain't got no dirt on his fingernails?
I didn't say that.
Okay, that means the media did their job, keeping everything from you. All right.
But you know what? I want to see us more in there and involved to where we could actually have a voice. Because when I watched one of those little representations, what is it, the little CNN, C-SPAN, and they said that racism don't exist, that I was hurt.
CNN is like the devil's journal.
Okay, but listen, in the White House, they're saying racism don't exist. The Republicans are still lying about racism.
There's no angels in the White House either.
It ain't. But to deny racism, to me, is like saying slavery didn't exist. We didn't get hung on trees. We didn't get martyred. Mm-hmm. That's what that meant to me. Because to me, the plantation just switched. It's not on the field no more. Yeah, it's in the jailhouse. It's in the low income jobs. It's in your neighborhoods.
Yeah, I'll just go with it's a good versus evil type of world.
Always, it's always going to be that. But God uses his strongest soldiers for the toughest battles, and people like you, He's going to make sure He's going to line up enough people to where we can get things done, and we don't have to keep begging and asking. We're going to be our own force.
Okay, that's why I got this program here to share all this difference of opinions and personalities, and then let people make their own decision on the information they get and do their own research, and then they come up with their conclusion, not what CNN says.
That's right. We're going to have a Nathaniel Noble station where he can actually uplift every culture, every genre, and people get to speak their piece. And hopefully we're going to make sure that love spreads more than hate.
Yes, that's me. Spread love.
All day.
Remember back in the hip hop? Spread love the Brooklyn way. Love any kind of way, man. Love
any kind of way. Let that go viral. Put that love thing, because right now people losing their minds, shooting up places, road rage, anger at the job. We need to put that love wave back in the thing, like Diana Ross said. Reach out and touch somebody's hand, make the world a better place.
Well, for the people that's losing their mind, they need to reconnect with God and get your mind on the right platform and stop following the world.
That's why we need to shake these churches up. Because
that's a whole different
we can end this homelessness. Just imagine if all the churches got together to have an emergency situation set up. So when these disasters and these natural things that happen with Mother Nature or with their, let's say our incomes, paycheck to paycheck, people losing jobs, let's get these churches on board to be able to assist each community, because the government alone can't do it. The government showed us they can't.
I thought that was the church's job.
It was.
We got to tell them about their job.
We got it. But look, some churches became entertainment.
Yeah, fashion shows, clicks.
Instead of feeding the flock,
they fleecing the flock.
They fleecing them, and they peacocking, showing out.
Yeah, so
peacock. I call that peacocking. So make sure it's on your broadcast. I'm putting a trademark in for when people start saying it. They peacocking. They showing out, putting on those outfits and going dressed up and to the T. But God says, I see the heart, and people got to understand that lip service ain't nothing. You got to show. It's the action. And simple stuff. We're not gonna argue about what religion you are, because we know the undertone of any religion. You got to have that love in you. You got to be lovable and show it. And that's the thing that's going to change this new generation, because some of these kids are starving for spiritual help, and they're starving for some word, because they own these phones like crazy. Like they're losing the natural beauty around them, taking a walk, going out to eat with their family at a picnic, fellowshipping, showing each other their positive talents. We got to get off of these, what is it they call the fads, the movement, what you wearing, who's wearing this. We don't need to be worried about these things, because day by day is what we're taught to do. You ain't promised tomorrow.
Nope. Yeah, so you got to just keep living and treating people right.
That's the thing.
That's another song.
It's going to come back. You got another song?
It's called Treat People Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to do a rap hook on that one. We're going to do a remix, Nate.
You can't mess with that. That's like trying to re-sing a Luther song, girl.
See, I'm going to have to come on. You got to let me put my little spin on it with you.
Girl, that's like trying to do a Whitney Houston song. You got to leave some things alone.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm remember that, Nate.
You would have to hear it, and then you come with me. You tell me, okay, this is the remix. Listen, and if it sounds like it's remixable, we make a remixable.
There you go. Because when Dolly did "I Will Always Love You," you see, would have a Whitney put it out.
Yeah, Whitney should have been the
put
original.
That. So did.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's all good.
I feel you, Nate.
But look at here. This is the part of the show where I have my guests drop some life nuggets, some positivity. What you got?
Okay. My life nugget is one of the sayings Nate just told me. You got to treat people right. When you got that energy in you and it's positive, people are going to automatically attract. You can't keep a candlelight under a bush. When that light is in you, spread it. It can be as simple as a smile, a handshake, or a hug. But we got to learn how to keep spreading love, y'all.
Do we get the crowd in that? Crowd, do y'all like what she said? Oh, yeah, okay. It's showing us some love. Go ahead on, Tony Vaughn Edwards.
Hey.
The crowd loving it. All right, crowd, y'all can go back in the closet. They don't know how to stop clapping. Get out of here, crowd. I ain't pay y'all for that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the show where we get to know the person. This is Miss Tony Vaughn Edwards, and she's spreading her love and joy and her situation where she wanted to be aware. I bring her situational awareness around, if I'm saying that right.
Yes.
But yeah. So anything else we need to know about you before we Tell you to go have a great day?
Only that I know I have more to be thankful for than not. My twin sister taught me that. All my life I was in her shadow. I'm a fraternal twin. So people was always calling me her name, or they forgot to know mine. And, I stopped taking it personal because, at a certain time we looked, more alike. But as we grew older, we had our own identities. So I'm just letting you guys know, find yourself. And remember, God is always with you. And if something happens, remember, you let go of his hand, not the other way around.
Right. I said, let me see. Did I say that in another song?
Did you?
Yep.
See, I didn't hear that one.
I said, who walked away from who? God didn't walk away from you. You walked away from God. Yeah.
He never does.
What's the name of that song?
And and Nate gave a good point. Don't give the devil credit for everything. Don't do that.
Stop.
Why y'all give him
credit?
Power? Y'all know y'all got the victory when you step on his neck and his head. We got that power.
Yeah, stop giving him all that power.
Yes, my friend of mine who helps with his pastor, he told me one time he was going through a hard time, and I think he was having nightmares. And he woke up to call somebody, and something told him, you do it. You get on your knees, you get down and you do that. You got that power.
Do it for yourself, huh?
People don't know.
Instead of depending on somebody else. Power. Yeah, you can pray for yourself.
You can pray for yourself.
Yep. That's crazy. But yeah, everything, a lot of stuff, we put ourselves in situations and be blaming the devil.
Yes.
First of all, you probably got off track with God. Now you're doing your own thing. So now you run into these brick walls and you blame the devil because you was being disobedient.
Right.
Stop it, folks.
Don't understand. Accountability comes with freedom.
Yep.
When he gave us free will, we are accountable for our actions.
And we do a lot of free willing.
Yes.
And then we get in a bunch of wrong dealings.
Yeah, hello. So and one good thing about free will is that when you do choose the right choice, you will be blessed. There's no way. Each day I cannot go without God acknowledging him some way. And there's just days you can just be like, thank you. Yep. People don't understand. God is not a genie. Y'all don't get wishes and rub him and thinking he's not that type of God. He's a living God. He's a breathing God, and he's a life God. That and love. If you don't know how to read, or you have a situation where you don't have a Bible, remember the word. That's how you'll know his truth. He can't lie. He's a truthful God. And I can't do nothing without him. And I'm thanking him for my life and this opportunity to be on this podcast, because I know you're God-fearing. And for those who don't know, they're going to see by our actions. And that's the responsibility we have towards each other.
Yeah. Spread love.
Spread love.
Not hate.
Not hate. We got enough of that going, y'all. We need to reverse. Put us on course to that love train.
Yeah. Let's do something different. Spread love.
Spread love.
Treat people like you want to be treated.
Exactly. The golden rule.
Well, they need to put more gold on it because people don't see it enough.
I know.
Need to re-dip it in some more gold.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah.
That's right. If you don't have a friend, be friendly. If you don't have somebody to talk to, find a stranger to get it out. Don't take what's going on with your battles. We go through it. All of us. That's the point of us being here. We got to help each other. Be strong for each other. Because the ones who are weaker, they're going to need us the most. The disabled, the mute, the ones who don't have a voice, the lower class, the poor. We know we got to do right by folks. That's our nature. And I think, like I said, each one teach one, domino effect, spread love.
Right. That's what I say. I always say, if you can't find no good people in the world, be one.
Be one. Oh, that's a good. Oh, man, I'm gonna write that one.
I stole that from somebody.
In my journal.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you think is missing in the world, you be it.
You be it.
If there's not enough friendly people, be friendly.
Spark. There you go. That's spark. And you don't get it. When people start coming around, you see what they did when Jesus was here. Well, who is this man? What is he doing? And the people that was doing the bad stuff, they already knew their time was up.
Yep.
Because it was in fruition now. Could nobody stop his birth coming? King Herod tried. You see what happened?
Yeah,
came through. Love gonna come through all the time.
If God be for you, no one can be against you.
Who will be against you? That's right. With God, all things are possible. And the more you believe, the more you're gonna see. Because some people are spiritually dead and don't know it. You know, you got the zombie movies, but what's true about it is some people are spiritually asleep. They're not woke yet.
Yeah.
When you wake up and get that breath.
Yeah, wake up. Don't woke up.
Wake up. Don't woke up. When you get that breath, when you wake up, remember somebody did not wake up. Somebody did not get that opportunity. Somebody didn't get to see the sun set, the moon shine, the mountains, and the beautiful flowers. Somebody didn't get to see that.
All the stuff we take for granted. Well, yeah. I want to thank you for coming on the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast. It was an interesting conversation. And
you are more than welcome. I'm so glad I got a pleasure to be on, Mr. Nathaniel Noble Jr.
Yeah, make sure you add the Junior because my daddy gave me Junior.
That's right. Claim your name. It's power in the name. And I know you probably researched what your name meant.
A gift from God.
There it is.
So I'm gifting.
That's right.
Yep.
I named all my children accordingly to what I felt. And I have little certificates showing this is what your name means. It's powerful. You know, some people don't know.
Yeah, live up.
And they'll name their kids whimsical names.
Yeah.
Get you a name that got some power in it.
Yeah, some stuff with some meaning, huh?
There you go.
Okay, Miss Tony Vaughn Edwards. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure.
Okay.
Other than that, have a great one, and we'll let the world know you exist.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a wonderful day as well.
You too.
And make sure you tell your family. I say, hey.
You just told them.
Okay. All right, Nate. Blessings on blessings. And keep prospering, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm talking to myself. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Tony Vaughn Edwards. Okay. We'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded.
Amen.
All right.
Amen. All right.
Thanks for listening to the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast. If you've enjoyed our show, make sure you subscribe and share with your friends. We appreciate every one of you.